Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Timmy and I am a tarot reader and musician. So today we're going to be doing some general readings for you for the upcoming week. So you can see I have 3 piles here, a citrine, sodalite, and a rose quartz. So I'll go through them group by group, but if you want to take a moment to breathe and let your mind just open, and I want you to use your intuition, whether you want to pick by the group 1, 2, 3, or whether you want to pick by the stone. Either one works. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I just ask that you use like your gut instincts. That will give you the most accurate read. All right, so take a second. Okay. So hopefully you've chosen now. If you need to stop the video and pause and kind of meditate on it for a little bit, that's totally okay. I'm going to get started with the citrine, which we'll call group 1. And in the description down below, I'll put the time codes for each group for you. Okay, so let's start with group number 1. Okay, so the first card is 10 of Wands. Okay, I'm going to pull all of them so you can see them, and then we'll talk about them. So next we have 8 of Wands. A lot of Wands energy. Oof. 5 of Wands, and then our last card is our throat chakra. All right, so I'll go through these in order and then kind of give you a little sense of the reading overall, and then we'll move on to group 2. Okay, so we have 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands, a lot of like fire manifestation energy in that. Remember, Wands represent the element of fire, and they also represent like magic and manifestation. So what I'm seeing for you guys though is that maybe you're feeling a little blocked, or like that's what I see in the 10 of Wands, right? I'm seeing maybe you've been feeling a little, like you're a little stuck, or maybe there's too much going on for you right now. Maybe you have a lot, we all have a lot going on, but maybe you in particular have a lot going on in your life at the moment, and you're finding it hard to focus on something, right? That happens to everyone, but I think you need to take a nice deep breath and relax and really dissect and extract what you feel is the most important thing for you. It can be so easy, especially today, to get distracted or think like, oh, well, I have too much to do, so then you end up doing nothing. That's what this is like all about. But you need to find out what's important for you, right? You need to find out where your focus and attention should be, and then you'll have room to manifest and create. And that's what the 8 of Wands is all about, right? It's having a clear direction of where you're going, a clear goal in mind. And sometimes we need to take a break and kind of say, okay, what do I actually want? What do I actually think is important? What's not important, right? And that gives us this moment of clarity that then we can keep going and move forward on whatever path we're choosing, right? Our next card is the 5 of Wands, which, it's telling me you're like, oh, I'll show it. You can see it's like kind of a struggle, a little bit of a scattered picture, right? It's like putting all this work into something and like maybe feeling like you're not reaping enough rewards from it. I think the 5 and the 10 of Wands are speaking super duper highly of like, figure it out. And that's not to be like mean or anything, but like figure out what you actually want, because I think a lot of that, I know for myself, when I have a lack of clarity or I'm not sure what my goal is, that's when I can get into complacency, right? That's when you can start being like, well, again, I'll just do nothing because I don't know what to do. but the Eight of Wands is telling me completely that you have something that you do want to accomplish. So find that thing, right? Okay, and then our last card is our throat chakra. Okay, and your throat chakra is obviously up here. And as you might have guessed, it means that it feels to me like you're being stifled in some way. Maybe that's from yourself, or maybe you're feeling stifled from by other people. Either way, right? This idea of finding clarity of what you want, this is going to help open your throat chakra, which is your voice, right? It's who you are, and it's your ability to express who you are to other people. I think a lot of the times, I know this is definitely true for myself, a lot of the time I get very wrapped up into what other people think, or little nitpicky things that are happening all over the place, and then I kind of shut down, right? So maybe you're feeling a little bit shut down. And if that's the case, my biggest recommendation would be to take some time for yourself, relax, and really sit with yourself and think. You can make a list if you want, you don't have to, but really cipher through it and think, okay, what is important to me? What is background noise? What are like extra things that don't need to be going on? What is the thing, right? Eight of Wands. What is the thing that is creating joy in you? What is the actual thing that you want to manifest in your life? What is the actual thing you want to create? And I guarantee you, once you know what this thing is, this is going to open up. And you're going to be able to express yourself freely for yourself and for everyone else. So I know this is a little bit of like, I don't mean to be like, take it on the chin and like keep going. But I do really think that it is true. I apologize for the beeping in the background. That's super not Zen. Thankfully, it was not a car alarm. So yeah, find the thing, filter out all that background noise and find the thing that you want to do and you want to create, and you will see that you're going to be able to express yourself, and you're going to be able to voice for yourself and stand up for yourself and others, whatever you want to do. Okay, so it is hard work, but it's work that you can accomplish. All right, so hopefully that was helpful for you. Next up, we have our Sodalite, which we'll call group number 2. And same thing, I will show you the cards first, and then we'll go through them, okay? So, our first one is 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. Again, that fire. There's a lot of fire going on today. Woo! It is hot. It's in the middle of summer. We have 7 of Cups. Oh, and I guess I should say, the decks that I'm using, the first card is from the Wild Unknown Tarot, which I recently did a deck review of. And the second card is always going to be from the Tarot in Wonderland deck, which I also recently did a review on. This next one is the Smith-Waite Centennial. And we have, again, the 8 of Wands, again, group number 2. And then our chakra is the solar plexus chakra. Okay. So just an overall general review before I go into it, I'm kind of seeing that you guys, similar to group number 1, like, want to be going for something. Is there something that like you're not doing that maybe you should be doing, or not should, that you, by should I mean that you would like to do, that's like going to make your heart sing, but you're having kind of a hard time choosing what that thing is? It's like different than group number 1, because I think with group number 1, the blockage is sort of that there's too much noise, there's too much going on, whereas in this I feel like maybe you just haven't really sat down and like thought about it enough, if you know what I mean. So the 7 of Wands is like all about confidence. It's about lighting your way to something, right? It feels like deep down you do know what you want to do. That's what's different about this from group 1 too. I feel like this is telling me, along with the Eight of Wands, right, that you do know what you want, right? But for some reason, maybe it's from pressure from other people, you're not sure what that is, but the Seven of Wands is telling me that, like, inside of you, you are confident, you know who you are, right? So whatever that thing is that you've been waiting on, or maybe you feel like it wasn't the right time for it, right? You have that fire inside of you, right? It's just waiting to unfold. So don't get worried about like what other people think, or by trying to conform to society's standards or anything like that. Like, that's what Seven of Cups is all about. You can see it's from Tarot in Wonderland, so it's Alice, and she's kind of like, oh, well, look at what all these other things have, or we'll look at what all the other options are. You don't need this. That's just something that it's like society is telling you you need to do that, but you don't, right? If you know already what your thing is, then go do that thing. Maybe it's starting a new business. Maybe it's starting in general a new job. Maybe it's transitioning into a new hobby or a new way of living, like a new lifestyle. I think whatever it is, and again, here's our Eight of Wands, again, just in a different deck, so that's interesting that you get to see it from two perspectives if you're watching the whole video. So, right, Eight of Wands, you see them all pointing in the same direction, right? This and this, Seven and Eight of Wands, they work so great together, right? Seven of Wands is you have that fire burning within you, and Eight of Wands is like, okay, boom, this is the direction, this is how we do it, manifest that, go for it, right? So just believe in yourself and know that you know what the right thing to do is, right? If you really sit down and think about it, you know what it is that you want. So don't worry about what other people have. It doesn't matter, who cares, right? Because you know what you have, okay? And that works so perfectly with our solar plexus chakra too, right? Solar plexus is right here in our core, in our center. This is telling me, trust your gut, right? Because you already know, right? You already know what you want. It's in your intuition, it's in your gut, yeah? So if you just sit for like a minute, you'll be like, oh, right, that's that thing. Whatever that little like needling thing inside of you is that's saying, hey, hello, do this, trust it. We all have intuition, and I think everyone will be so much better off. You will be so much better off if you follow it, right? You know, that's what this is all about. You know what's right, and maybe what's right for you is not what's right for everybody else, and who cares? Who cares what other people think, right? That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, guys, you need to just trust your instincts, go with your gut, and do that thing, whatever it is. It's something different for everyone, but you can do it for sure. All right, great. Let's do our final group. So we'll call it group number 3, or rose quartz, right? Okay, let's see what we have. Aw, the star, love it. 5 of Swords from our Tarot in Wonderland deck. Page of Wands. And our crown chakra. Okay. So I think you guys just need to take like a minute, right, to refresh. You've been working, I think, super duper hard, whatever it is, whether it's like on personal things, whether it's like, but I feel like it's very like 3D, like in the world stuff. You've been really just like plugging away, trying to get to a goal maybe, but maybe just like things are so hectic you haven't had a moment to stop. The star is all about refreshing, right? Renewing yourself, both physically, right? We're cleansing ourselves with water. We're basking in the greatness of the universe and just allowing ourselves to be. You can like stop for a second. It's not bad to be like, I'm gonna take the day and just be by myself, or not even be by yourself, but it's okay for you to want to just stop and suspend things and do nothing, right? That's how you're going to refresh and renew yourself so you can go do whatever it is you want to do, right? I think that's super important. I'm feeling like you're super overwhelmed and that you just have not given yourself a chance, a break to just stop. If we don't take care of ourselves, right? If you don't take care of yourself, how are you going to help anybody else, right? I think a lot of the times people will say, like maybe you hear, oh, well that's selfish if you don't want to do this or that. But that's such BS. I'm really sorry, it is. And that's a huge lesson that we all have to learn, right? Take care of yourself, right? Refresh and renew yourself, and then you can go forward and do whatever it is you want to do. 5 of Swords, I think, is super, this is where I'm getting that energy that maybe you are just like putting your head to the ground. Is that the expression? Keep your head to the ground? Yeah, whatever. Just keep, you feel like you have to keep just going forward, plugging away, right, at all costs, no matter what. It doesn't matter if your personal life is crap. It doesn't matter if your own spiritual self is you're not in a good place, right? You're just like, well, this is life. This is how it is. But it's not, right? This is a lie that society tells us, right? This is a lie that like we have to win at all costs, or we have to keep moving at all costs, right? But that's not true, right? Go back to the start, take a beat, take a break from that. And I can really see once you do take that break, once you really refresh and renew and you just allow yourself to sit with you, you're gonna see that maybe there's a new way of doing things, right? Maybe there's something else that strikes your fancy, or that you've really had a passion for this or that. Like maybe this is just an example, maybe you've been working in an office or something, or whether you're working from home or whatever right now, like doing maybe more like menial work in terms of like, I'm on my computer all the day, but maybe you want to do something more physical with your hands. Maybe you want to be a cook, right? You got to start somewhere. And that's the Page of Wands, right? Page of Wands, this is you. This is someone who maybe has been doing a lot of things all your life, or maybe not all your life, but recently, that you're supposed to be doing. You're like, well, this is how life is. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. But really you want to be doing something else, something more creative, something where you bring things into the world, right? That's Page of Wands. And don't get discouraged, because maybe you're not going to be great at it right away. We never are. Anytime we start something new, we're not going to be amazing at it. I guess there are always exceptions, but I would say on the whole, it's hard to change your habits and start something new. But think about it. What is your thing? What thing do you want to be starting brand new, right? But that's what I'm seeing for you, right? The Star, take a beat, relax, refresh, right? Stop being so like, well, I have to do this and it doesn't matter if I'm unhappy, right? It does matter if you're unhappy, right? It's better to be starting something new and learning something new, and maybe not being amazing at it at first, but something that is going to align a little bit more with who you really are. So just be true to yourself. And the Crown Chakra card is telling me that it goes so perfectly with the Star. I love this for you. This is like hard work, but I think it's going to be an amazing journey for you, right? For me, the Crown Chakra, right, that's up here, right? That's what opens us up to being our most highest self, right? It's all about spirituality, and that works so perfectly with the Star, because our Star is about seeing the big picture and really just like sitting with ourselves and having this like spiritual moment. And that doesn't mean religion or anything. It just means like check in with yourself. What do you really want? What do you feel, right? Get in touch with whoever, whether get in touch with yourself, get in touch with your spirit guides. It's all going to help you get to this, right? Something new, something great. and something that you can work towards, right? Why would you want to be doing the exact same thing all the time that you know you can already do? Isn't it more interesting to start something that's exciting? And yeah, remember, you never know where it's going to lead. So yeah, take the time to refresh, right? Get out of those old habits all the time, right? Realize that you can be whoever you are, because you're amazing, and go for it, right? And just trust yourself, always, right? Trust what images and messages are coming to you. I would really recommend like meditation for you this week. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm sitting down for an hour of meditation, right? Take 5 minutes. There's lots of great guided programs all over the place. If you have any questions, like, message me. I would love to talk to you about it. All right, so that's group number 3. Guys, thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed my general reading. Remember, they are general, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you again. You can find me for readings on aceofcupsreadings.com. I would love to see you there. Let me know how you're doing. I would love to hear in the comments. Thanks so much. Bye.